All right, welcome back. We're still with the parish president of Terrebonne Parish. We're going to have Lafourche Parish president coming on. He's got Senator Cassidy going in today. Also, Senator Kennedy's in town today. A lot of people coming, and we're going to try to use them to shake the trees, make the pecans fall, because we need a lot of them around here. Mr. Parish President, let's talk, first of all, while we're trying to line up Clay Knockham from the trash pickup. He's the head of solid waste in Terrebonne Parish. Let's talk about the natural gas. We still have a problem with it, or is it okay?
No, boy, the natural gas never had a problem. The problem is over the last 10, 15 years, there's been too many Generac or whatever brand generators put on the line. We have to address that after, because even though people are gone, when they lose power, the switch gear switches over the generator, it comes on and nobody's home, but it's maybe running the air conditioner, electric hot water heater, cause the freezer, the refrigerator. So,
but it can cause a fire too if a wire's dangling in the house.
Right. But in the other deal, it's taking the energy away, but that's why they bought it.
Right.
They want to make sure they come back and their refrigerator and freezer is all in good shape.
Yeah, that makes a good point.
And
so supply and demand.
It's just I already talked to Chris Pulaski about we're going to address that. We need to put more, especially down 311 needs another gas line.
Okay, so that's one of the
There's
things.
nothing wrong with the gas. It's just overburdened.
And I'm sure as a parish president, what you're doing, you're making a list, because we all think we have our homes ready to go, and then something like this hits and we're going, well, I'm damn sure going to have an extra battery laying around next time with this or that. You make a list as you go.
Well, more another deal is I will have 90,000 gallons of diesel and gasoline. As soon as the hurricane hits the Gulf, I'll have some tanks that I've procured that we will fill them up and be ready, because we not thinking that we would have a problem in the supply chain, and we did, because of some refiners who went out, and
yeah, we're affecting the whole nation.
Yes, and so that will be solved next time. I actually have the tanks, and they're going to start rigging them up. I've given them orders. They two 45,000 gallon tanks and one diesel, and besides our regular supply.
Right.
We just the parish and all the responders who fill up with us. We've done as much as 88,000 gallons a day, is what we're averaging right now.
88,000
a day that we have to get into this parish, and that's not including the residents. This is strictly what we're having to supply to all these out of town, and everyone coming in here needing to fill up, and with diesel or gasoline. I mean,
and is that where FEMA or the feds come in to reimburse for all that? 'Cause
yes,
that's a lot of money.
For the first 30 days, they reimburse 100%.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's the status on the backup power plant on Barrow?
It's needs a major overhaul. It will not be put in service for quite some time.
Okay.
The boilers were completely devastated. The building was devastated. We don't know what damage we have to the turbines, and it was that building was retrofitted to Cat 4. That's what I say, and it blew the part of the roof off. The I-beams fell, and so we haven't assessed all the damage. But we do have a lot of insurance for that. We have $150 million in insurance for the power plant.
All right, let's spend the last 3 minutes talking about when we cross the Intracoastal Canal. We all know what happened on this side, but on the other side, man, it looks like a tornado went through some areas, and it would go all the way down to Pointe-au-Chien, Chauvin, Montague, and up in Grand Caillou and everywhere else. What's being done in those areas?
Well, Martin, the immediate east side had some damage, and of course we've got crews and doing everything possible. But then when you get down to lower bayous, Pointe-au-Chien, Montague, Chauvin, Cocodrie, it's just devastating. It's just a lot of them were camps, some were homes, and but Pointe-au-Chien, Montague, and Dulac, a lot of them were homes, and a lot of homes in Cocodrie also.
Shrimpers Row and all that
in
area.
Chauvin. So it's going to be some rebuilding down there. That was devastated. But on the north side of the intercoastal, or what we call the west side, it fared fairly well because most of that is a lot of new construction that was built under the international building codes when we changed the building codes in Louisiana in 2006.
Right, you could tell with that western eye wall tract, and Homer City proper probably on the inside of that circle, and Dulac, Pontchartrain, Montague, Grand Caillou, and Shrimpers Row, and everything on the outside. So if it was hitting a home run on us, it hit a home run, and it sure did in Lafourche too.
Yeah, Martin, it hit Lafourche, and it hit us. You know, we got hit mostly with north winds on what they call that reverse head. And I think everyone was astounded that you could have a north wind as strong as the south wind. I think it baffles me because normally your north winds are strong, but not to the magnitude of the south winds, you know, coming from the south.
When everybody gets to analyze this storm, we got about a minute left, they're going to see that when this thing hit land, when it came over Grand Isle and it passed Grand Isle, the western side of that eye wall formed beautifully, which is supposed to be breaking up at that point.
Right.
It still had a lot of moisture it was sucking in from all around that area.
And Martin, we got 20 inches of rain.
Right.
I mean, I got a call from a cane farmer, and his cane is flooded, and it wasn't flooded from any tidal, it was flooded from rain.
No doubt.
Because we're trying to help him get pumped down like we all everyone else. But you know, Martin, the resilient people of Terrebonne Parish, they're cleaning up. They're not complaining. I've been up and down the bayous, and God bless them, and they're gonna clean up and move on.
All right, the parish president of Terrebonne Parish, we appreciate you coming in. We appreciate your help, and keep it rolling, brother. Keep it rolling.
You too, Martin. Keep the public informed.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We have a lot more. Don't go away.